unpredictable on offense. Both sides have a number of guys who can step up on any given night.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Brooks in at the 3. And for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Westbrook in at the point. Now here's Leonard. To the paint. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Nice pass by Kawhi Leonard. You can tell he's been working on his playmaking.
Here's Morant. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim. And coming into the league, Kawhi Leonard was viewed as a raw prospect, a solid athlete and defender, but someone that needed to work on his jumper.
Now here's Brooks. Inside, here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Converting around the rim is just effortless for Jackson. He could play on my team any day.
Westbrook, the pass to Leonard. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Well, Smitty, there's no question Kawhi has put a lot of hours into developing his jump shot.
And you see the results now. He's become one of the game's elite scorers because of the hard work he put in, even becoming lethal from outside the arc.
Covington's checked in for the Clippers. Now here's Morant. And no good. Good D by Covington. George passes to Covington. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. The Grizzlies have gone 1 for 3 so far. Brooks with it. He's picked up by Zubac. And it's Morant off the drive. No good there. The Clippers go the other way with it. Zubac, screen. Covington passes to Leonard. Can't hit from in close. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. To the middle. Outside for Brooks. It's stolen by Leonard. It's George on the wing. And the jam by George.
Long and athletic, PG-13 is a terror when he reaches the cup.
And with the Memphis Grizzlies, Smitty, they felt like an underdog for as long as they've been around.
It seems to fuel each and every guy that plays here. B.A., they want to prove the doubters wrong. It's something that has really brought this group together.
Now here's Westbrook. To the inside. Out to Leonard. Launches it. Grizzlies with the rebound. To the right side. From deep, Morant. Another shot. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And that one misses.
You know, the one thing Steven Adams gives you, night in and night out, is toughness. He helps your team set a physical tone.
Jackson for 3. Deflected. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. A minute 50 left to play in the first. Just 3 to shoot. Morant.
Love seeing the hustle from Russell Westbrook, especially on the defensive end.
Covington passes to Leonard. Here's George. No good off the back of the rim. The Grizzlies have gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. Adams inside. Zubac there. The Clippers trail. Zubac with a screen on Bane. Westbrook, the pass to Covington. Pass to Zubac. Oh, Brooks with the steal. And here's the fast break. Here's Jackson. Covington grabs the board. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Out of bounds, it'll be Memphis's ball.
Ball to Memphis.
Memphis has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Morant against Westbrook. And then Morant with the dunk.
Bread and butter play. Morant and screen and roll. He'll typically make you pay.
Zubac with a screen on Brooks. Leonard passes to Covington. And again, no good by the Clippers. Memphis leading. Pass to Adams. Adams with a screen on Westbrook. And then Morant with the jam.
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Westbrook outside. And that's not going to go. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. It's the Grid. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Grizzlies.
Establishing a paint presence early in the game, it really helps and pays big dividends down the line because it frees up your perimeter.
Yeah, we got to talk about how pestering they've been on defense, forcing turnovers and finding ways to score off them.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Robert Covington is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the point. That's the group for the Clippers starting the second. Now here's George. Pass to Westbrook. Just 5 on the clock. George passes to Covington. No good off the glass.
Well, this is where he's inconsistent, and that can slow down your team's momentum.
You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Smitty.
Yes, B.A., one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Blake and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style, attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play. In the 2021-22 season, we saw Ja Morant go from a star to a bona fide superstar, averaging over 27 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds.
Now here's George. Pass to Westbrook. Now Zubac. It's Covington on the wing. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Stolen by Jackson.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Personal foul. 3rd team foul. At the line.
The shooting of Desmond Bane, it's special. Knocking down threes as good as anyone in the game.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. And it's Morant off the drive. And then Morant with the dunk.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Well, Smitty, with Morant, his ascension into superstardom was quicker than expected.
B.A., before he tweaked his knee, he was in the top 5 for the MVP race, putting himself among the league's elite at the age of 22. And with his passion, he's only going to get better.
George's shot is off, and Memphis shooting about 47%. A nice number. Adams a screen. Morant, the pass to Adams. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Russell Westbrook.
Big props to Adams. This is a guy who brings the energy and effort every night.
You know, in baseball, Grant, they have a term, a 5-tool player. In the NBA these days, it's similar. You need those well-rounded players to succeed.
I like the baseball reference, but you're spot on, B.A. It's all about bringing versatility to the game. Players that can shoot, pass, dribble, defend, and rebound. And I'll throw it even in there, lead and play selfless basketball. Those kind of guys that can do it all, that's a recipe for success in the NBA.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Creative at finding ways to draw fouls. Leonard takes pleasure in getting them to overcompensate. In terms of offense, the Clippers have been up and down in recent years. When they're healthy, they're dangerous. When they're not, it's a struggle.
Now here's Morant. 10 points for him. Missed inside. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Covington with it. He's picked up by Adams. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Opposing defenders know what Robert Covington is capable of, giving him no room.
And Smitty with the Clippers, it shows how important depth is to an NBA offense.
Yeah, you know this. It's great to have a powerful first unit. But if your second unit can't carry its weight, it's a fragile situation.
Now here's Morant. There's the drive. Oh, misses the dunk.
How much mustard on that hot dog do you really need? I know he's going for the big finish, but he didn't need to do all that.
Pass to George. Back to Leonard. Shoots a fadeaway. Drops in the 3. Leonard's got 7.
Looking at his percentages over the years, Kawhi is an elite three-point shooter. I think Leonard deserves more credit for that.
Now here's Bane. Adams with a screen on George. Bane, no good. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
The Grizzlies have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the jam.
Man, oh man, one of the more advanced ball handlers we've ever seen at his age. Ja Morant has people on skates.
Westbrook right side. George against Bane. Here's Zubac. Adams grabs the miss.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Brooks from outside. George against Bane. Outside for Morant. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Jackson, the pass to Brooks. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Clippers have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Up top, George. There's 25 seconds left in the second period. Westbrook against Bane. Back to George. And the jam by George.
This speaks to Westbrook's high level of awareness. Understands when one of his guys is wide open.
Westbrook against Morant. Outside for Brooks.
Nice defense by Robert Covington. He has the classic.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will.
17, the Grizzlies, 22.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Boy, you gotta like what Ja Morant has done in this game.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
On the court for the Grizzlies, Tyus Jones is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's John Conchar. Then it's Xavier Tillman. And it's Aldama in at the 4. Jones misses. The Clippers trail. Here's Powell. And Powell with the stuff.
Look at how high Norman Powell gets on these dunks. Love showing off his athleticism. If you look back to the Grizzlies postseason last year, there's one thing to remember. For most of their core guys, that was only their second trip to the playoffs.
Here's Tillman. Banked it in off the glass. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Here's Highland, defended by Jones. Soft touch off the glass. Well, for that very young Grizzlies team, I'm thinking that playoff experience last year was invaluable, Smitty.
B.A., no question. For every playoff game a young player gets under his belt, the more prepared he is for the next playoff run.
And so it's Memphis with it, after the Clippers picking up a basket just a moment ago. Here's Kennard. He buries it from 3. Kennard's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Nifty move. Here's Plumlee. Got it. Good job in the low post.
I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. Find the right matchup.
Pass to Jones. Back to Kennard. That's tipped. Down low. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And it's the Clippers on the break. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Great recognition. Understanding that that one is all him.
Sometimes that's the call. You want to be unselfish, but even more so, you want to be effective.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Kennard against Gordon. Here's Powell. An easy 2 on the layup. Powell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Inside, Norman Powell relies on his agility, allowing him to navigate the paint.
Here's Jones. Pass to Aldama. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
Batum. No good from outside.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is, too.
Outside Jones. Inside. Here's Tillman. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. And now it's a 6-point Memphis lead. Here's Highland, defended by Jones. Pass to Powell. Here's Highland. The 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. He has 7.
Great floor awareness. Powell knows how to find his open teammates.
Jones against Gordon. Kennard outside. For 3. Connects from downtown. Kennard's got 6.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Here's Highland. Here's Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Here's Kennard. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
A crafty lefty with tons of range. You can't take your eyes off Luke Kennard defensively.
Pass to Plumlee. For 3, Gordon. Plumlee passes to Batum. Here's Highland. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over.
Substitution on the court.
Kennard against George. Now Kennard. Here's Tillman. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. The third quarter comes to a close. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court, and it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Grizzlies.
They've been lights out from three-point land in this one. The defense hasn't been effective at stopping them, so they have just stuck with the game plan.
Yeah, they've also worked at pounding the ball inside. It gave them high percentage looks all game, and it's paid off.
The range on Desmond Bane's stroke opens up a lot of driving avenues.
And for the Clippers, they're shooting it well, around 55% for the game. George for three, buries it from three.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Moran against Westbrook. Jackson with a screen on Westbrook. And it's Moran off the drive. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. That one on Morris. Covington's checked in for Los Angeles.
As young as Ja Morant is, I'm impressed. He came in ready to lead a team. And these guys, they follow him.
Now here's George. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee.
And some will remember that Desmond Bane was the last pick in the first round in the 2020 draft, which is something he has used as motivation over the years.
And it's good for two.
Okay, check out the handles of Ja Morant. Wow, what a crafty player.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. George against Bane. George outside. And the Clippers hit again from deep. You know, it's clear now that teams are kicking themselves for not picking Bane earlier in the draft.
B.A., the reason why he's proven that he can be a huge part of the rotation. A lights-out three-point shooter and rugged defender. A player any team would love to have.
Now here's Leonard. Fades back. Oh, and another three for the Clippers.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch, looking to rack up points in chunks.
Here's Brooks. Jackson with it. Outside for Brooks, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brooks.
Misread each other on the pass, tried to recover, but too late.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. George's screen on Brooks. Leonard for three, hits the trifecta. And the Clippers lead by 2.
He lives for moments like this because he wants to be the guy to hit the clutch shot.
Adams with a screen on George. Bane, the pass to Brooks. Back to Bane. Adams with a screen on George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Moran, and the foul is called. He missed, and in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed.
The previous play is under review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Guys, at the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. He told them this is a game that we can win. It's a game we should win. We've matched those guys step for step. From this point forward, let's try to force them to play at our tempo.
And Allie, thank you for that. Now here's Leonard. Pass to Westbrook. Back to Leonard. It's Covington on the wing. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron.
Robert Covington, we see you, big fella. We see you.
Adams with a screen on George. Jackson outside. Outside Payne. Kicks it out to Jackson. Brooks with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. Up again. The Clippers in the lead. George finds Westbrook, the crossover, and so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, I'm sure the haters are grinning at home. Here's Westbrook's chance to silence them all.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
They are making it rain from the three-point land right now. And the coaching staff continues to encourage them to let it fly.
And another thing that's impressed me has been their consistency with their two-point jump shots, getting it done from the mid-range. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
1:07 left in the fourth. And there's a 3-second call. This one on the defense. And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here.
Desmond Bane looks very comfortable in this situation. He is an excellent free throw shooter.
Moran against Westbrook. Just 5 to shoot. Jackson the screen. Three-pointer Brooks. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
They'll need to make some major adjustments to compensate for him fouling out with the game on the line. With the depth they have at that spot, they're more equipped than most teams to handle that kind of loss.
Well, he's been the guy on a few teams, so Paul George is ready for moments like this.
Bane finds Morant. Bane with it. He's picked up by Westbrook. Fires for three. Bane, no good.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
And that's an intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
That's exactly how to close out a game. Take advantage of every opportunity.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Leonard against Brooks. Pass to Covington. Lets it go from deep. Three-pointer. George for 3. Brooks with the rebound. So it's the Clippers picking up the win. Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Kevin, thanks.
They did, and it showed, and it was fun to watch. Terrific. David, thanks. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Durant is out there with Ayton. And it's a Kogi in at the 3 spot. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That is his first foul of the game. Westbrook against Paul. Covington kicks to Westbrook. 4 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. A 3 from Leonard. And this should be a very interesting matchup tonight. Plenty of guys, Doris, on the floor who play, as you like to say, the right way.
Right, Kevin. Experience always broadens your perspective. They understand what goes into winning, and they understand that good habits are built on a nightly basis. They want to make good decisions. These are fundamentally sound groups. Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
Now here's Booker. Durant with a screen on George. Booker the pass to Durant. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
We play just over a minute here in the first. Kicks it out to Paul. Just 5 to shoot. Here's KD.
We know that Robert Covington made his way into the NBA as a rotation player with his defense. Wow, is he good at using that length and quickness.
Now, here's Zubac. Covington wide open, he fires. Here's George, outside Westbrook. And here's Leonard. And they go to the intentional foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Second team foul.
Here's Zubac, outside, George. Latrey, the offensive rebound, and Westbrook is right there.
You can make the case that Russell Westbrook is the best rebounding point guard in the NBA. His willingness to get offensive boards, oh yes sir, that's part of his game.
Now here's Durant, driving in, and then Durant with the dunk.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Booker pulls it in.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
Now here's Durant. Inside. Kicks it out to Paul. Covington with the steal. George finds Leonard. Back to George. Outside, Covington. Fires the 3. Phoenix grabs the miss.
2 minutes remaining.
Now Durant. Booker is screen on George. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
6 on the shot clock. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. Good on the bucket.
Oh, what a pretty delivery right there from Russell Westbrook. Nice pass.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Suns trail by 6. Now here's Durant. 1:05 left in the first quarter of the game. Kicks it out to Paul. George against Booker. Launches a 3. And again, it's the Suns missing. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Clippers. Pass to Zubats. Covington, a screen on Ayton. From deep, George. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound. Paul George with the steal. Pass to Zubats. Outside for George. Zubats, a screen on Booker. Back to Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
As good a scorer as he is, we know that Paul George is not a ball stopper. Excellent decision right there.
Ayton sets the pick for Booker. Down low. And Ayton throws it down.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
And George kicks to Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Well, he's got size and he has touch. It makes interior scoring easy for Kawhi Leonard.
2 on the clock. And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubats is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at the point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Now here's Durant. To the middle. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Chris Paul.
Passing may be the most overlooked aspect of Kevin Durant's game, but you know he wants his teammates to feel good.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Booker against George. Here's KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
What a savvy pass by Devin Booker, making the smart choice, moving the basketball.
And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold. Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. George.
What we know about Paul George, guys, is he's been a dominant force on both ends of the floor. He's proven he can be a #1 scorer. He has also proven he can guard the opponent's best scorer.
And George drops them both.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Booker outside. KD, a screen on George. Lobbed up there for KD. Kicks it out to Paul. Clock at 6. He takes it in. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start, 2 for 2. And when you think about Durant's singularity as a player, Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. Greg, what do you think of that?
Well, Steve's had a first-hand view coaching KD and playing alongside Jordan. He didn't say greater, but more gifted. I think it's a conversation.
And here's Booker after the three-pointer from Robert Covington. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul.
The previous play
Sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how
the ruling on the floor is overturned.
The right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now here's Leonard. Pass to Zubats. Back to Leonard. Outside, Covington. Up top, Leonard. Over Ayton. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And home court advantage can give teams a huge lift. Greg, how different is it playing in front of the hometown fans?
It's huge. I mean, they give you energy. You don't want to let them down, so you tend to dig a little deeper when you're playing at home.
Now here's Booker. For three. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
We know this about Devin Booker. He is not shy. Deep from 3, yes, I'm going to take that opportunity.
Back to Westbrook. Outside, George. Covington setting the pick for George. Outside Westbrook. It's up a 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Booker looking around. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. A pass to Ayton. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession.
Gentlemen, if we go back to the summer of 2019, that is the summer where the Clippers got both Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. When they made those moves, everyone expected this to be an NBA Finals team.
Now here's Westbrook. Leonard on the wing. The kick out to Westbrook. There's the drive.
To say it's not easy to guard Russell Westbrook is an understatement. This guy's quickness and leaping ability make him a nightmare.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Suns trail by 3. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
George against Booker. KD sets the pick for Booker. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Well, a guard has got to come with physical intensity on the interior, and Devin Booker does just that.
Westbrook kicks to Zubats. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
You can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
And it's the Suns with the ball. After the Clippers pick up 2. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. George with no one around. Gets an open look and hits. Now it's a 6-point Los Angeles lead.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Ayton a screen on Covington. The Suns shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And the first one at the line is good.
There seems to me to be a quiet toughness to Kevin Durant. This is a guy who makes his own decisions, shuts out the noise, and is willing to embrace change.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Clipper, thanks so much, Dave, for the great
25. The Suns. 21.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. They've got Warren. Terrence Ross is out there with Cameron Payne. And it's Durant. And it's Biyombo at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Powell. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Powell's got the first bucket of the third here for the Clippers.
What's interesting to me is when somebody takes a buyout, that typically means they're close to done. That is not the case with Nick Batum. He got bought out of Charlotte in 2020, and he's still a very good basketball player.
Now here's Powell, following the shot by Kevin Durant. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. And the Suns making a change here. Baisley's checked in. Suns trail by 6. Talking about Batum, that buyout doors seem to really rejuvenate him.
It's exactly right, Kevin. He moves to L.A., and we know everyone loves playing in that city. All of Batum's numbers went way up, and you have to wonder, maybe that buyout refocused Nick.
4 on the shot clock. Ross finds Biyombo. Here's Highland. Lets it go from deep. That shot no good.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Now here's Ross. He's covered closely. Here's Payne. The shot comes out. Gordon with the defensive effort. Clippers leading by 6. Dishes to Batum. He kicks it to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Phoenix calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action,
The previous play is under review.
everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. We're double checking, and the game continues on.
A free throw off from Plumlee. Doris, it's been great to see the Clippers rise to prominence over the last 10 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this was an organization that spent years in futility, but you have to admire the transformation that has led to consistent success. They used to be a franchise that made the playoffs maybe once in a decade. Now you expect them to contend in the West. Well, showing off that athleticism is Bismack Biyombo. That's an easy one.
Highland passes to Plumlee. Batum dishes to Plumlee. Outside Gordon. Here's Highland. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And some people harp on his lack of height, but his size doesn't hurt him at all when it comes to rebound.
Now here's Ross. He's guarded closely. Biyombo with it. Now guarded by Plumlee. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Gordon's running, and he converts the layup. Gordon's got the lead up to 10 now for Los Angeles.
Wow, pretty pass from Powell. This guy has great instincts as a scorer. At that time, sets up his teammate.
Warren on the wing. Pass to Baisley. Shoots from 12. Powell pulls it in. Los Angeles leading by 10. Got a hand on it.
Boy, his vertical makes Terrence Ross an A+ shot blocker for his size. This guy, his main duty's on the perimeter, but he'll get his share of blocks.
Here's Batum, and the dunk by Batum.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Doris, let me ask you this. Is Kevin Durant the greatest scoring forward ever?
I think he is, Kevin, but I also think that limits his greatness, because when Kevin Durant is done and you consider the combination of his handle, his shooting, and the size, we've never seen that combination to this level. He will go down as one of the greatest ever, regardless of attribute we're trying to assign to him. Well, we know Nick Batum can hurt you from the perimeter. That time he shows you his ups. Go ahead, get up, Nicholas Batum.
Booker outside. To the paint, Batum with the steal. Here's Highland, defended by Paul, and an intentional foul right there. The Clippers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good. There's 14 seconds left in the third. Booker against Gordon. The drive by Booker. It's tipped.
That 7-foot wingspan and the versatility of Nick Batum send it back.
And a deep three from Booker. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Los Angeles, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. They set the pick to the inside. And the basket by Okogie.
Well, Josh Okogie, because of his ability to elevate a threat from the interior, that's a nice finish.
And George kicks to Covington. And the three off target.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
KD with it. Now Covington defending. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
George against Booker. 5 to shoot. Durant in the corner. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Well, this is exactly how you want to attack the defense. Kevin Durant accepting the punishment, but refuses to be denied.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
He hits the second from the line. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix, Greg, went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
And Durant sends it back. And up the court come the Suns on the break. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Boy, if you allow Kevin Durant to play in space, in transition, you can turn the lights out.
Here's Covington. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 5 assists in the game.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Well, Devin Booker's ability to put an offense on his back is huge for any organization. His willingness to absorb and embrace responsibility is so crucial.
Outside Leonard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Well, you look at Kawhi's career, one of the first things he did was work on his consistency from the free throw line. Why? Because he's excellent at drawing contact.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. Suns trail by 11. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. To the paint, Leonard with the steal. Covington against Durant. Covington kicks to Zubats. Here's Leonard. And Durant sends it back.
Wow, twice on the pipes for Kevin Durant. That's the length coming into play right there.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Westbrook with it. Just 5 on the clock. Outside, George. Driving the lane.
Yeah, this is the next step for DeAndre Ayton. He's got to work hard on the defensive end to make a difference.
Remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Westbrook kicks to Zubats. From deep, George drills it from outside. George has got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Covington finds Leonard. Westbrook with it. It's George on the wing. Outside Leonard. Kicks it out to Covington. Takes a 3. Offensive rebound. Outside Westbrook. From downtown. That one no good. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Clippers.
Look at the number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for George.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game. And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Westbrook passes to George. Shoots. Zubats kicks to George.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Oh, that was something else.
Have mercy.
Boy, it's incredible how many times Chris Paul has led the league in steals. This guy has active hands.
And here's Leonard. So the Clippers with the win, even early on in this one. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
Great perspective, Ali. Thank you. And it's the Suns to start out. All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Okogie in at the 3 spot. The rebound by Jackson.
Well, you can tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
And it didn't take long for Phoenix to match the offer sheet Ayton signed with the Indiana Pacers. Now, there was talk they might let Ayton walk after that fallout during their playoff exit. But Phoenix knew they needed to keep Ayton to remain a contender.
2 on the clock. The 3 from Bane. Can't get it to drop. And Phoenix the other way now. Here's Booker. And Booker with the jam.
And Chris Paul is going to find anybody that's leaning the wrong way, let alone leaving an open man.
Outside Morant. Jackson with a screen on Paul. Morant. He's off on the layup.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Durant finds Ayton. It's Booker on the wing. Durant with a screen on Bane. Booker, the pass to Durant. And it's Bane with the rebound.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Yeah, an electric player. Morant just bouncing off the contact and finishing on the drive.
And so here's Phoenix. The Grizzlies making their last shot. Here's Booker with the drive. Oh, and he got fouled on his... And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
The previous play is under
Gray area in a lot of these calls, but at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
So it's the Grizzlies now. Morant with it, and it's Paul picking him up. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low, working around the contact and getting it to go.
Booker against Bane to the paint. Stolen by Jackson. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Here's Morant. And he drew the blocking foul. So he'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
First team foul.
The free throw drops for Morant.
First personal foul. First two.
And Morant drops them both. Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
For Memphis, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Pass to Bane. And stolen by Paul. Here's Booker. The rebound by Jackson. Memphis leading. Left side Bane. Outside Morant. Jackson the screen. Launches a 3. And it's Morant missing. The Suns have gone only 1 of 6 so far. Here's Booker. Takes it inside.
Already a terrific career for Booker. 3-time All-Star. And then last year he was named to the All-NBA first team. Just a big honor.
That one misses.
And Booker just one of these guys who's calculating on the offensive end. He's trying to figure out what defenses are doing. He's always working hard to find shots, and he's going to influence the game the way he can produce.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Booker no good. And with Booker, it's not just the scoring. Grant, he does a little bit of everything.
Hey, B.A., I mean, you go back and look at last season. He had career highs in rebounds, steals, blocks. I mean, he's learned how to affect the game even when his shot isn't falling, which is rare.
Now here's Bane. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Adams, shot's good.
Well, tough to stick with Steven Adams on that play. Great at diving into the open space after the massive screen.
Phoenix calls timeout. The Suns trailing. A minute 9 left in the first. Durant with a screen on Bane. Booker with it. Jackson in his pocket. Here's Durant. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
55 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the middle. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
And KD keeping his head up that time, becoming a playmaker.
Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Morant against Booker. Morant with the slam!
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
It's basically pick your poison with Kevin Durant, especially in the screen and roll, an effective passer, and of course, a deadly shooter.
Morant into the lane. Morant with the slam!
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. Durant against Jackson. Pass to Booker. Going inside. Uses the glass on the layup. Booker's got 5 now.
And athletic play right there. Devin Booker on the inside.
Adams with the ball. And a foul called on the way up. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
And even with the coaches,
Previous play is under
so
review.
many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
No good on the free throw.
Well, Adams has his struggles at the free throw line, but he's making strides in that area and still has work to do.
And no good on the second free throw. So 0 for 2 there. And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Grizzlies leading by 7. Stay with us now as we get set to break.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies youth dance team.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Here's Bane. And Ayton pulls it down.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Controls the rebound and the putback. He has 7.
And Booker throwing himself into the mix that time to get a second chance opportunity.
Here's the Grizzlies with the ball. Leading by 5. Morant. Back to Bain. Takes the three. Jackson, the pass to Adams. Brooks outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the jam.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in the zone, he stays aggressive.
Booker against Bain to the inside. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And the move that really shook up the NBA world. I mean, Kevin Durant asking and receiving a trade out of Brooklyn. Now, with this team, he makes them a title favorite overnight.
The motor right now for Steven Adams is humming on the glass, getting after him.
Bain against Booker. Durant with a screen on Bain. Booker, the pass to Durant. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson. Paul against Bain. Outside for Morant. Stolen by Ayton. Here's Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
And this kind of distribution is something that Devin Booker is only going to improve upon.
Inside. Brooks outside. Morant against Booker. And it's Morant. Oh, over the top. Are you kidding me? Wow.
Amazing. Man. The quick feet of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Pass to Okogie. Booker against Bain. Outside Booker. Durant for 3. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. And Kevin Durant post Achilles surgery. No apparent decline, Grant. Last season, the 3rd highest scoring average of his career.
I mean, incredible. Almost 30 points a game. Think about this. 2 of the 4 times he's led the league in scoring, he did it averaging less points per game. And his efficiency, good as ever.
The first free throw is good. And the league finally moving to curtail take fouls in transition. You like the change?
Well, I think everybody's ready for that. The best part of NBA action, BA, as you know, is fast break basketball. So to get more 3-on-2s or 3-on-1s, lob plays, and guys taking off and throwing down monster dunks, I'm all for it.
Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Durant, pass to Booker. Back to Durant. And Durant with the big finish.
Well, difficult cover here on the pick and roll as Devin Booker's getting more and more experience playing out and making plays.
Here's Morant. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. And it's going to go on Devin Booker.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And he makes both free throws. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Durant with a screen on Bain. Booker, the pass to Durant. Driving to the basket. And they'll get another chance. Back to Booker. This one for 3. And it's Bain with the rebound. The Grizzlies have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. There's 57 seconds left in the first half. And there's the lob. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
Sometimes you raise your eyebrows at the things Steven Adams does athletically at his size. Almost impossible to stop him once he's at the rim.
And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
There's 42 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Durant, no good. For Memphis, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. Here's Bane. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And it's going to go on Devin Booker. And the first one at the line is good. And Bane drops them both.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Booker with it, guarded by Morant. Durant for 3. That doesn't go either for Durant. Outside Morant. Pass to Brooks. Adams with a screen on Durant. Back to Morant. 4-3. Nails it from 3. Morant's got 23.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court.
And so it's Memphis up 15 points as this quarter concludes. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. All right.
And get loud for the Milwaukee.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
His whole first half looked like a highlight reel, rising up and just owning the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
Well, the Grizzlies shooting at a fantastic 68% from the floor. Kicking off the second half. Here's Monty Williams 5. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Josh Okogie is out there with Kevin Durant. And it's Ayton in at the center position. Bane against Booker. Now here's Morant. Jackson with a screen on Booker. Here's Morant. Drives to the hoop. It's hauled in by the Suns. They've got plenty of time to get back into this.
Yeah, I'm sure they feel pressed, but this is when you have to stay calm and execute.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Booker against Bane. Booker, the pass to Durant. Stolen by Jackson.
Well, a little head scratcher there, guys. There's no reason to force the ball inside like that. I understand the thought process, but the pass just has to be better.
Pass to Adams. Back to Bane. Shot clock at 5. And here's Morant outside. And it's Morant again missing.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Booker drawing the double. On the wing, Durant. Brooks defending. Durant's shot is off. For Memphis, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Morant with it. Durant covering. Jackson with a screen on Durant. Morant. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Love the attacking mindset of Morant. Gets him to the line.
John Morant, 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. If they're going to go on a run, Grant, there's no better time than right now.
You're so right, B.A. I think they definitely expected a closer game than this.
And stolen by Morant. Here we go. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And Morant is a natural leader. Someone who wants to get his guys involved when they're open.
Bane against Booker. Outside Durant. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Steven Adams.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
One of the purest scorers the game has ever seen. Durant continues to somehow get better each year.
And the Suns making a change here. Biyombo, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. T.J. Warren comes in for Okogie. Ross, he's checked in for Booker. And Payne is subbed in for Chris Paul. Well, the Suns shooting 35% so far in this one. Payne against Morant. Payne, pass to Durant. Stolen by Jackson. In transition. That's good from Adams on the assist by Brooks. Adams has got 8.
This is what he gives you night in and night out. Stellar production at the offensive end.
Durant with it. He's picked up by Adams. And it's Payne with the rebound. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third.
I mean, during his first playoffs, Dillon Brooks proved he was a big game player, pouring in 31 in his playoff debut, an upset win over Utah.
Adams against Durant. There's a screen by Biyombo to the paint. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 6 rebounds in the game. You know, talking about Dillon Brooks, also great in those first ever play-in games, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, the Grizzlies making the playoffs, winning 2 games. Brooks was outstanding in a win at Golden State, locking down the Warriors on the perimeter.
5 on the clock. Here's Morant. No luck on that one. Excellent D there from Payne. The Suns have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. A line change here for Memphis. Timeout call, Memphis. And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Jones from outside. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Okogie. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Here's Conchar. No good on the shot. And Phoenix the other way now. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyus Jones. That's his first foul of the game. 34 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Booker no good. And the Grizzlies shooting a less than average 27% in the third quarter. Here's Kennard. They get it again. And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton touched it last. They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
Kennard outside. No good on the triple. Up top, Booker. Here's Okogie. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game, presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got John Conchar, Luke Kennard out there with Tyus Jones. Then it's Xavier Tillman, and it's Aldama in at the power forward. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Jones against Paul. Right side Jones. Kennard outside. Clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Here's Conchar. Off target from 3-point range. Well, the Suns shooting at about 34% here in this game. Paul for 3. Yes! And it's Booker with the setup. Paul's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Just think about the growth of what Chris Paul has done with that three-pointer. 28% for 3 as a rookie, and now a guy you can't leave.
Here's Kennard. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Man, good whistle there.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Memphis.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And all game long, they've been finding blocks. Their focus on strong rim protection has helped stifle the opposing team's offense.
Durant, he's checked in for the Suns.
No debate there. He got hammered.
And he's good on the second. We played just over a minute here in the fourth. Boy, the Suns are struggling. Outside Booker. Tries to break his ice. Paul, the open look. Outside Durant. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Ja Morant picks one up.
Well, the great ones can do this. When Durant gains an advantage inside, you know he's going to score or he's going to get fouled. Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. He's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Picked it out of midair. Ooh, poked away. Oh, stolen by Morant. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Brooks outside. Back to Jackson. And the foul on Chris Paul. That'll be a second foul of the game. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Kicks it out to Jackson. Count it. And the Grizzlies lead by 13.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Free throws good from Durant. Both shots good from the stripe. And Memphis shooting around 50% in the game so far. Here's Morant, and he drives in. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Booker, the pass to Ayton. Up top, Booker, defended by Kennard. Pass to Ayton. Back to Okogie. Tipped. Durant, the pass to Paul. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Durant's got 3 assists now in this one.
Working without the ball, CP3 with 0 hesitation, letting that one go.
Oh, denied by Durant.
Already they're over the limit, and it's so early. This could turn into a load of free throws.
First free throw is good.
Taking 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Kennard out there to help space the floor with that kind of range.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Booker against Kennard. Booker on the take. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
The officials were right on top of that one.
At the line for 2. Timeout call for Memphis. It's time for T-shirt. Okay, 1, 2, let's get loud once again for your freestyle dance team.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Booker. We've got 1:55 left in the final quarter. Pass to Morant. Jackson with a screen on Durant. Now here's Adams. Kennard outside. And another miss by Memphis. And here's Booker. Ayton, the screen on Morant. Booker, the pass to Durant. 6 on the shot clock. Ayton with a screen. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Adams has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Kennard outside Morant. A minute 6 left in the game. Morant with the slam!
And there is no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Grizzlies.
You know, their ability to protect the ball helped win it for them.
Yeah, it really did. Less turnovers mean you can get more chances to score. All coaches tell you to value every possession.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Ja Morant.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they'd put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
To the middle, deflects the pass, and stolen by Morant. And then Morant with the dunk! And the Grizzlies lead by 15.
Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop. Kennard against Booker. Outside Durant. Fires the 3. Tipped away. And out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. On the wing, Brooks. Kennard, right side. He drops it from range.
Great sign for the offense when Kennard can start to handle the ball and make plays like that.
For 3, Booker. Misses. And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. Thanks, Alec. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
And the Clippers starting five. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at the point guard. Morant scanning the floor. It's hauled in by George.
He tried to get spicy and totally whiffed, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least about a week.
He kicks it to Covington. George passes to Zubac. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Memphis on the break. It's Morant in the corner. A 3-ball. That shot off. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Right side, Covington. Lets it go with a 3. The shot, no good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Now here's Morant. Brooks finds Morant. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And for Westbrook, it's all about staying engaged on defense, using that athleticism and length to pester shooters.
The Grizzlies have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game.
Amazing that Bane fell to the last pick in the first round in 2022. Look at his size, the strength, the range in his jump shot. When shooting's a premium, he should have been drafted earlier.
You also love that Bane absolutely puts in the work.
Oh, high effort guy, high IQ, knows exactly where to be on both ends. What a bright future.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Passes it to Covington. George up top, guarded by Bane. George passes to Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Here's Covington. The shot by George, wide open. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Westbrook against Morant. Nifty move. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Leonard's got 5.
Early in his career, Leonard wouldn't take those shots. Now he's got the confidence to pull up off the dribble.
Now here's Morant. Oh my goodness, the slam! And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
George against Bane. Covington wide open. He fires. A 3-pointer off the mark. Grizzlies have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. They get it back. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. And Leonard gets it to go.
Capable of racking up assists. Westbrook has a feel for when his guys are open.
Bane sets the screen for Morant. Outside, Bane. Adams, the pass to Brooks. The shot goes down and gets this game back to even.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his 3-point shot as a weapon.
Now, here's George. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them, taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
Here's Zubac. And And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. And since coming into the league, Desmond Bane, Richard, has quickly established himself as a knockdown three-point shooter.
Yeah, his accuracy and efficiency from out there is incredible. The spacing he provides is why he's a key part of this team.
5 on the clock, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
41 seconds left in the first quarter. From deep, George. Leonard, the pass to Zubats. Takes it out to Covington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. George against Bane. Leonard with no one around. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got a couple of threes now in the first for Los Angeles. Westbrook against Morant. Jackson in the corner. Back to Morant. Brooks outside. Adams with the screen on Westbrook. The three from Morant. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for... And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with the hits of Zubats. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard. One thing you hear about officiating is you're able to get away with much more in the paint, Richard, than you are on the perimeter. So what's the solution? Call it closer in the paint and looser on the outside? Where should we go?
I think you just need to let them play everywhere, to tell you the truth, because I like it when games become a little bit more physical, because you get to see who's in the best condition. You get to see who are the stronger players. And then up top, you got to be smart, because the smart will take from the strong.
Bane, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Here's George, and he drives in, and it's George finishing it off.
Punishing the rim there. When George makes up his mind he's going to dunk it, there is not much you can do.
Morant against Westbrook. Morant left side. And Morant throws it down.
And when Morant takes off towards the basket, look, you're already done. You've already lost, because that's how he makes his living.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Westbrook passes to George. There's the dish to Leonard. Zubats trying to break loose. And it's Leonard missing. Memphis trailing here. Morant outside. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Gotta be a little embarrassed by that one. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Bane. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Pass to Adams. 6 to shoot. Jackson setting the pick here for Bane. Over George. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 4 rebounds in this game. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Bane's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
Now, here's Bane. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And it's Brooks in the corner. Rebound by the Clippers.
Nice contest, a high level of energy. That's how you play defense.
And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call. The Clippers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original.
The previous play
Angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed.
The ruling on the floor is overturned.
Sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
From deep, George. And out of bounds is Memphis gains possession. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Jackson setting the pick here for Bain. Wow. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to...
The previous play is under
The
review.
wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
And he's good on the first of 3. And he's good on the second. And he nails the third.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
George passes to Zubac. It's deflected. Westbrook scanning the floor. And here's Covington from the arc. Can't hit that one. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. And here we go with Brooks running it up the court. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, a tricky move by Jackson Jr. Using a little pump fake to get the defender off balance.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Westbrook against Morant. Westbrook with the bucket.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Now, here's Bain. Out to Morant. Adams with the screen on Westbrook. Morant. Adams down low. Working on Zubac. Brooks with it. Now Covington defending.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
And George, here we go. And he elevates with a slam dunk. Steven Adams did not like that at all.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Now here's Morant. 10 points for him. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Bain against George. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Just 3 on the clock. Misses the layup. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game. Thanks for the great interview, David.
The Clippers, 21.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Jones is out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Tillman in at the 5 down low. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. Now here's Jones. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Batum. The Clippers in the lead. Powell kicks to Gordon. It's stolen by Jones. Yes, and the foul. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Here's Highland. Plumlee with a screen on Jones. Highland's shot is good as we approach the fourth quarter. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Jones, the pass to Aldama. Here's Tillman. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Shot clock at 6. Here's Kennard. Lays it up and banks it in.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Highland. Defended by Jones. And Plumlee kicks to Gordon. Picked his pocket. Now here's Kennard. Tight defense on him. Out to the wing. To the right side. And Jones now atop the key. They set the pick. Puts the move on. And he sinks the layup. And now it's a 3-point Grizzly lead.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Powell, the pass to Batum, and he makes that one.
And a high percentage look there is what Batum was after. He goes inside and makes it happen.
Here's Jones, the pass to Tillman. Back to Jones. Inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
For Memphis, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
2 shots.
That one misses. Here's Aldama. Kicks it out to Jones. To the wing on the left. A three-pointer is right on target. Tillman's got the lead up to 4 now for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake. And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
And they look like a completely different team. I wonder what coach said to them at halftime to help spark this momentum change.
Here's Conchar following the basket by Mason Plumlee. Pass to Kennard. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Gordon, the pass to Highland. Shoots the 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Here's the screen. Jones, the pass to Aldama. Kennard on the wing. Down low. Humley with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Batum's running. Dishes it to Gordon. He kicks it to Powell. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the third.
Have mercy.
Wow. And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
Nice feed inside, saw the play develop and hit him right when he needed to.
Jones, the pass to Kennard. Right side, Jones. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Clippers ahead, leading by just. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
And from a team perspective, having your off-guard rip off passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at the point. Here's Morant after the basket by Los Angeles. And Morant throws it down.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
You can't question the desire of these teams. It's going to be difficult for either side to get separation.
Now here's Westbrook. And here's Leonard from 3. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Memphis trailing here. Morant outside. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Still a little bit of a streak shooter. Morant has been deadly accurate tonight. Man.
On the wing, George. Guarded by Bain. And George gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Memphis has gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Morant against Westbrook. From deep. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Good.
And this team encourages Westbrook to look to score inside. You can see why with these results.
Here's Morant following the basket by Russell Westbrook. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Leonard with the steal. Westbrook passes to George. And George with the stuff.
Authoritative slam there by George, showing the defense he's ready to get physical.
Morant kicks to Brooks. Westbrook against Morant. Deflects the pass. Adams. And he lays it straight in. Adams has got it all tied up now for Memphis.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Covington setting the pick for George. Passes to Zubac. Left side, Leonard. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Morant. And then Morant ramps it in.
Get this man the ball and he will make something happen. Morant rises to the occasion, man.
Over to the left wing. Westbrook passes to Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's George. And no good that time. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Outside, Dane. Adams outside. 6 to shoot. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Oh no, that was a huge turnover. That cannot happen at this point in the game.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Westbrook kicks to George. And it's George finishing it off.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now here's Morant. Outside, Dane. Back to Morant. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
That is just absolutely ridiculous. Look, we talk about Morant having that hit factor, and then he makes the biggest play of the night.
Covington finds Westbrook. And here's Leonard from 3. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Here's Morant.
Just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
George up top. Guarded by Morant. Here's George. 5 to shoot. There's the 3. Places one from 3.
And there was a time when folks said George wasn't a clutch shooter. Remember? Not anymore, people.
Now here's Jackson. Out to Morant. Bullseye!
And they got a foul to give here if they need it.
It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
George passes to Leonard. Money!
That championship mentality of Leonard. This is why they go to him in the clutch.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're down by 1. Just 4 seconds left in the game. Here's Morant. It's in!
A point guard with length. Morant can do a little bit more than just handle himself inside.
To win the game. So a close game sees Memphis take this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are...
been able to see.
That's true, Allie. Good stuff there.
Here we go.
Tip-off goes to the Clippers. So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Ivica Zubac's out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at the 1. Now here's Zubac. 5 to shoot. Oh, there's the alley! And an emphatic jam on the lob. And we've got a pair of teams here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purist.
Leonard, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Beautiful from Kawhi, establishing himself and going to work. Love the confidence.
And there's a pick. Nice move. Ball drives in, and the layup is good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's George. Outside Covington. Back to George. There's the 3. And Aiden pulls it down. Outside Durant. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Look at how solid Durant's mechanics are. Even the foul can't stop him from taking that shot.
Free throws good from Durant. And both free throws good for Durant.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Westbrook, the pass to Zubac. Zubac with a screen on Durant. For 3, Covington. First shot won't go. And the ball out of play. The Clippers will have it.
And that's a foolish pass. Plain and simple.
Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Leonard outside. Zubac, screen. Pass to George. Zubac inside. He's against Ayton. Here's Leonard. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
Seems like every year Kawhi Leonard averages around 6 or 7 free throws a game. About the same as KD and LeBron.
Now here's Paul. Durant with a screen on Westbrook. Paul passes to Durant. And Durant with the big finish.
Wonderful find by Paul. This offense relies on him to make those kind of plays.
And last year's outcome, so unfortunate for Paul and the Phoenix Suns, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, the best record in the league by 8 games. You know, it kind of seemed like Paul might finally get that ring. Just a heartbreaking loss for them against Dallas in Game 7.
Now here's Paul. Down low. Oh, George with a steal. In transition, here come the Clippers. Here's Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
The vertical of Kawhi is impressive. Rising up with ease and throwing it down.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Outside Booker. 1:53 left in the first quarter. For 3, Durant. No good that time. And Los Angeles the other way now. George for 3. And Ayton pulls it down. The Suns trailing. And he commits the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
The Clippers on D. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Ball finds Booker. Outside Durant. 6 to shoot. He takes it in. And Durant with the big finish.
Slashing in for the hammer. KD showing how to punish the rim.
Zubac, the screen. Westbrook, the pass to Zubac. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Ball against Westbrook. Oh, deflected. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. And finished off by Westbrook.
That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
It sure does.
Now here's Booker. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Pass to Paul. He can't get it to go. Good D by Covington. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Leonard passes to Westbrook. George with it. Outside Covington. The 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Right side Durant. Outside Paul. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Clippers ahead.
And please give a big round of applause for your son's youth team.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Clippers.
For me, they made a point to attack inside early in the game, and it's paid off for them. A lot of solid looks in the paint.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with DeAndre Ayton, and it's Okogie in at the small forward position. That's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. And pick and rolls never more prevalent in the league than they are right now. And there's always someone the defense has to leave open in those scenarios, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you know, it's amazing. It's such a simple play, but it's so difficult to defend, especially with the shooting that we now see in the NBA and the great spacing on the floor. It's a play, as you said, every team uses and executes well in their offensive attack.
Back to Booker. And Booker with the jam.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
Outside Paul. To the paint. Here's Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
The 7-footer Durant is a threat to dunk it. Can't let him get inside.
Westbrook, the pass to George. Now Leonard. George with it. Now guarded by Booker. Back to George. To the middle. Oh, got a piece of it. Just 4 to shoot. From behind the arc. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
In transition, here come the Suns. Jumps up. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
I mean, running the court with the speed of a guard. Hard to keep up with Durant once he gets out in the open floor.
Westbrook, the pass to Leonard. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And down it goes. 2 points.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Westbrook against Paul. To the inside. Booker. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 4 assists in the game.
A really nice play by Booker. I mean, he gives you size out of the backcourt and can finish with either hand.
Zubac finds George. From deep. The Clippers rebound. Westbrook, the pass to Leonard. Tries yet again. Westbrook can't hit. And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Durant. Dives for it. Nope, 4 for 7 now. The Clippers have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. George passes to Leonard. And there's the drive. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Look at the handles by Kawhi Leonard. He has worked on that part of his game. He has his defender on skates.
Paul passes to Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off. Here's Leonard. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got his 6th rebound on the night. The Suns have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go in the second quarter. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Establishing a paint presence early in the game, it really helps and pays big dividends down the line because it frees up your perimeter.
You also have to commend them for their fearless attitude offensively. They've been productive when driving to the basket.
Stolen by Ayton. In transition, here come the Suns.
Yeah, the forced turnover showing how Ayton's developing defensively. Ignites the break there.
Leonard passes to Zubac. For 3, George drills it from deep. George has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Durant with a screen on Westbrook. And he's going for the oop here. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. It's George with the drive. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Second intentional foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's 14 seconds left in the first half of this game.
Look at Powell's focus on offense. A guy who loves to produce for his team.
Left side Paul. Inside. Durant, no good. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Suns ahead, up 4. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out.
22.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
So, on the floor for the Clippers, we've got Mason Plumlee, Nicholas Batum out there with Norman Powell. Then there's Eric Gordon, and it's Highland in at the 1 spot. Plumlee. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got 7 rebounds in the game. Booker finds Durant. Back to Booker. Pass to Durant. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. Durant's got 14 points.
One of the all-time scoring greats. Durant is racking up the points tonight. There's nothing you can do to stop him.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
Outside Durant. Jacks up a 3. Batum pulls it in.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
They double him with Booker. Here's Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
And it's a completely new group for the Suns. Plumlee passes to Batum. Back to Plumlee. He nails it, and we're tied. Plumlee's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Now Payne. Down low. Here's Biyombo. And Biyombo slams it home.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Plumlee, a screen on Payne. Here's Highland, defended by Payne. With the fadeaway. That one doesn't drop. The Suns have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Here's Biyombo. Pass to Bazley. It's picked off. It's a one-on-one situation. Plumlee finds Batum for the lead. And Biyombo with the block.
First team foul.
It's tough not to like a hard-working player like T.J. Warren. I mean, he gives his team a lot of effort and is a reliable points producer for them.
The Suns leading. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Here's Payne driving inside. Ooh, good D by Plumlee.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
And Gordon with the big finish.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Clock at 6. Here's Ross. Tipped. Fast break, here we go. Here's Powell. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. And it's going to go on Cameron Payne. That one falls for Powell.
You know, every team is looking for guys like Norman Powell, an explosive athlete who is relentless, and he can shoot the ball.
To the middle. Here's Biyombo. And Biyombo slams it home.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Oh, swiped away. It's Ross on the wing, defended by Gordon. Outside Payne. Pass to Biyombo. It's deflected. Powell for 3. Gordon, the pass to Powell. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on T.J. Warren.
A part of this team's toughness comes from Norman Powell, unafraid to stick his nose in there.
And so Powell nails them both. For Phoenix, they've gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Screen by Durant. And he's going for the lob. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Pass to Highland. Back to Plumlee. Out to Gordon. It could go. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. We're at the end of the third quarter, and
Please give a big round of applause for your son,
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. The Clippers in the lead. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Josh Okogie is out there with Kevin Durant. And it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
Looking at his percentages over the years, Kawhi is an elite three-point shooter. I think Leonard deserves more credit for that.
Westbrook, the pass to Leonard. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Leonard has a great feel for when the defender is just a little out of position.
He hits the second from the line. Paul with it. Pass to Durant. Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. The Suns trailing. Booker with it. And it's Leonard picking him up. And it's the Clippers on the break. Here's Covington. Kicks it to George. Pass to Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Here's Leonard.
Good job inviting contact. The closer Leonard gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Clippers?
Their defense, it's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far, being disruptive and coming up with steals left and right.
Another big factor for them has been their ability to get points off of turnovers. The easiest offense is created by good defense.
And there's the foul. It's on Ivica Zubac. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute play. Oh, sweet move. And a foul called on the way up. And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to
the previous play is under 18.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. He told them, quote, play as if it's 0-0. We want that type of energy and focus. We might be winning, but this game is not over yet. It's a clear message, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
George passes to Zubac. And here's Leonard. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Count that one.
What strength from the seasoned veteran. Leonard loves going at defenders and scoring on them.
Durant on the attack. Oh, can't get the reverse flush. And for the Clippers, their shooting has been good. Around 52% from the field. Covington against Paul. Covington passes to Zubac. Paul with a steal. Durant with a screen on Westbrook. Outside Durant. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Because of his talent, any team KD is on, they will always have a chance to compete.
No good on the second free throw. George left side. Stolen by Ayton. And the Suns pushing it up now. Paul with it. Guarded by Covington. Pass to Okogie. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. And so he hits the technical free throw. Westbrook against Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Okogie. The Suns need to get off a shot, and they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Here are the Clippers. It's a 5-point game. Leonard with the ball. Back to George. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Covington against Durant. Westbrook outside. Back to Covington. The three is up. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Westbrook's got 3 assists in the game. Westbrook against Paul. Pass to Okogie. Back to Paul. Outside Durant. To the inside. Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Beautiful ball movement from Kevin Durant. Easily finding his shooters that are ready to knock him down.
The Suns running out of time. Booker with it. Guarded now by George. Offensive rebound. Durant. Pass to Ayton. Here's Okogie. Here's Paul. And Durant slams it home.
I mean, no hesitation in the clutch. Scoring the ball is second nature to KD.
And here's Westbrook. George outside. There's 48 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Zubac finds George. Driving in. And George with the jam.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. You just focus on playing the right way.
Clutch points from Ayton. We've seen him do it in the finals. DeAndre is a prime-time player.
Zubac with a screen on Paul. George passes to Leonard. Kicks it out to Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
Great find by Leonard. When the offense runs through you time and time again, you have to become a good playmaker.
George passes to Westbrook. So it's the Clippers picking up the win. Boy, a nice win. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks.
Obviously, both these teams love to attack the glass, rebounding, so that stat, Greg, could end up being a deciding factor here tonight.
There aren't going to be any free second chances tonight. These squads need to be ready to get physical and fight for every single possession.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. And it's Morant in at the point. Bain for 3. Phoenix grabs the miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Brooks. Kick out to Adams. Back to Brooks. Here's the lob to Adams. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Sometimes you raise your eyebrows at the things Steven Adams does athletically at his size. Almost impossible to stop him once he's at the rim.
Ball passes to KD. Loses his grip and clanks the alley-oop jam. The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Brooks, and the shot goes in.
Oh, the balance Brooks has is impressive. Able to work through the defense and still capitalize.
KD, a screen on Morant. Hall, and the layup's good off the glass.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Now here's Paul. And it's Desmond Bain with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Booker against Bain. Banked in off the glass.
Finishes like that are pretty impressive from Devin Booker, who we know is a great outside shooter.
Man, Devin Booker is a true shooter. A walking bucket, always ready to let it fly.
And the proof is right there in the numbers, Greg. I mean, 2 seasons in a row, he's been top 10 in field goal attempts. So he knows how, when, and where to get that ball up.
And here is Paul. Following John Morant's 3. Here's Durant. Sweet move. That one good for 2.
Yeah, you're not going to see KD miss from that range very often.
The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Rebound by Okogie.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
After being selected first overall in the 2018 draft, some teams question if DeAndre Ayton was worthy of that.
Well, it took time for Ayton to find his comfort zone, and all of a sudden became a key piece that nobody's questioning much anymore as an inside rebounder, rim protector, and a guy who can score at a high level when asked to.
Now, how about the handles from the young fella? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Paul with the ball, now defended by Adams, and Ayton throws it down.
Just can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now here's Morant. He's got 5. The 3 connects from three-point range. Morant's got 8.
Continuing to gain trust in that three-point shot. Each trade that Ja makes builds his confidence.
Paul against Morant. Booker looking around. The shake. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. Chance for another point at the free throw line. Steven Adams picks one up.
Some of the greatest shooters in the game always talk about being on balance. Booker does a great job there. Keeps his eyes on the prize.
Something you noticed about these Suns last year was their offensive talents, Brent. It could be seen from top to bottom.
Man, they got plenty of great shooters on the floor. Obviously, one of the great distributors of all time in Chris Paul. These guys scoring in a variety of ways. Really tough to defend from inside, outside, and the deadly mid-range of your leader.
And it's the Suns with the ball, following the score by Memphis. Paul passes to KD. Kicks it out to Paul. KD sets the pick for Paul. Back to KD. Paul finds Durant. The Suns need to get a shot off. Poked loose. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession.
Suns ball.
Suns trail by 5. There's 38 seconds left in the first. For 3, a Kogi. Wow. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can
The previous play is under
easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels it's put the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And he hits the first of 3. He doesn't get the second one. And he nails the third. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Morant with it. Now guarded by Ayton. It's Morant. Oh!
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Nice move. And finished off by KD.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Morant outside.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
For Memphis, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. And that one misses.
Already embracing his role as a leader on this team. Morant brings a strong work ethic and winning mentality to this team.
KD a screen on Morant. With 1 on the clock. And then Durant with the dunk.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
John Morant has been...
And please give a big round of applause for your Suns youth team.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Durant is out there with Ayton. And it's a Kogi in at the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Morant left side. And Morant throws it down.
In just so many different ways, Morant can hurt you. Tonight, it's been with the scoring.
Morant against Paul. Out to the right wing. Booker left side. Now the pass to Durant. Good. A nice assist from Booker. 8 points for Kevin Durant. You know, Greg, you played on some gritty teams, and we hear that expression, getting punched in the mouth, and it's not usually literal. But what's that look like on the floor? What's it feel like on the court?
Kevin, you're just out hustling and out hustling the team. At times you'll see it. They've kind of checked out mentally, and I'll tell you what, it is one of the best feelings in sport.
That Shot misses. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. On the wing, Brooks, defended by Paul. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That's his third foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Suns trail by 4. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Durant kicks to Booker. Ball against Adams. And it's Ayton missing.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And a wide open look for Payne. Hits it from three-point range. Payne's got the lead up to 7 now for the Grizzlies.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need it.
Just great hands for Ayton to time that one.
And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis.
Young big men, though, often struggle to find consistency. But you look at Ayton's first 4 seasons, the numbers are almost identical year to year.
Payne kicks to Morant. 6 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. Memphis the rebound. Adams finds Jackson. Morant outside. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And Adams with the slam.
The motor right now for Steven Adams is humming on the glass, getting after it.
And for Ayton, the numbers are impressive indeed, averaging a double-double every season.
And he's got all the tools. Next step, making more plays for others. And they've been working on his shooting range to open up the lane a bit more.
Here's Durant. Back the ball. Like at 6. Durant in the corner. And Jackson with the block.
A terrific defender. And Jackson, one of those guys with great timing when he goes for the shot block and not afraid to send a message as well.
For Memphis, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
First team foul.
Free throw good. Payne. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Now here's Brooks. Morant looking around. Back to Jackson. Here's the 3. Good on the triple. Jackson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Who's the best young catalyst in the game? Some people will say Doncic, some will say Trae Young, and some might even say Ja Morant.
Pass to Paul. KD sets the pick for Paul. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Ball against Brooks. Outside, Payne. Adams sets the pick for Payne. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Payne. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And Phoenix with a whole new group on the floor.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Now Payne. Passes it to Baisley. Back to Payne. Got it up. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies. Sitting.
Score. Your Suns, 24. The Grizzlies, 38.
with the second half upon us. We'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
So on the floor for Memphis, Jones is out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Aldama in at the four-man position. Here's Baisley. Outside Warren. Over to the wing. Here's Payne. And Phoenix turns it over again. Memphis leading by 14. Pass to Kennard. Fires from deep. It's Biombo with the rebound. To the middle. Here's Baisley. And he dunks it down.
And Payne just playing eyes-up basketball, seeing that opportunity.
Jones with it. Working on Payne. Jones, the pass to Concho. Back to Jones. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
The Grizzlies have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
Payne gets a wide open look. Drains the three-pointer. Payne's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball.
This is why Payne takes a good number of threes. He's pretty effective from there.
Jones drives in, up and in on the layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 12.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. The reviews have been good for the league's moves to eliminate foul calls on non-basketball moves. The NBA said it wanted the game to be played, not manipulated. Draymond Green says it helps to know that you'll have more of a fair opportunity as a defender. Guys can't just cheat the system. Kevin, back to you.
That's great to see, David. Thank you. Now here's Payne, defended by Jones. And here is Ross. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Outside, Jones. The pass to Kennard. This one for 3. It's Biombo with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight. Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
Coach is wanting Luke Kennard to get aggressive with his shots. That's a nice catch and shoot.
Well, we know Kennard can shoot, but Brent, he has moved up a level.
Well, Luke Kennard ended the season with the highest three-point percentage in the league, right around 45%. But there is more to his game. If you overplay him, he can drive it. He's a better playmaker than you might imagine. Makes him a really tough matchup. Kennard has the space and has a pure shot.
Suns trail by 12. Warren dishes to Biombo. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Biombo's got his second basket.
Now, I don't know if you would consider this, but he's got such a nice touch around the rim. Maybe you foul him there?
Pass to Kennard. Three-pointer. Phoenix grabs the miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Like to see Payne just move the ball like that.
50 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside, Jones drives to the hoop. Got a piece of it. Here's Ross. Kennard with the rebound. Memphis leading by 8. For Memphis, they have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
On the free throw, no good.
Kennard out there to help space the floor with that kind of range.
We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Beyond the arc. A shot off that time.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
17 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Baisley. Return to sender. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
Just 4 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Paul. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one.
The previous play is under review.
Turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
Yeah, that's a tough call there with the naked eye. Fortunately, the league's replay center able to slow it down, zoom in, and check all the angles.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to...
In a moment now, as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is out there with Durant, and it's Okogie in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
It's basically pick your poison with Kevin Durant, especially in the screen and roll, an effective passer, and of course, a deadly shooter.
Morant left side. Rebound by Okogie.
Well, you can tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
Durant, good, and Paul gets the assist. 14 points for KD.
And another one for KD, putting together a beautiful offensive night.
And Adams with the slam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Durant kicks to Ayton. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Okogie misses. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Grizzlies. They've led by as many as 14 points. Brooks, the best of Bain. There's the lob to Jackson, an emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about the hands on Jackson? Makes a good target on that frame and then able to finish off the alley-oop.
Hooker the pass to Okogie. KD against Jackson.
Well, the great ones can do this. When Durant gains an advantage inside, you know he's going to score or he's going to get fouled.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Grizzlies?
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
You want to talk about ball distribution. They've been dominating that aspect of the game. I think there's a bunch of bankers out there. They're dropping dime after dime.
It's Morant with the drive. And there's the call on Durant. And that'll be his third foul so far.
First team foul.
Suns on defense. They trail by 6. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the lob. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough.
The previous play is under review.
To catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, here's what Monty Williams went over with his team during the timeout. He said, this is where we make our move. This game's going to come down to big plays. Whichever team makes them is going to come out if you're able to win. Kevin, you know what side he's on.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
And KD just doing a great job of initiating some contact, drawing a guy closer, and he'll get free throws from him. A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Here's Morant. And they get it back. And Adams kicks to Brooks. Outside, Bain. The three. They get the rebound. Adams. Oh, and the jam by Adams.
Love when Steven Adams has that kind of room to rip it down.
Durant with the screen on Morant.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
And it's Durant missing.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid it straight up and in.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Adams sets the pick for Morant. On the wing, Bain. Up top, Morant. 6 on the shot clock. Tries again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The aggressive nature of Morant, taking initiative and daring the defense to get physical with him.
And he is unable to get the second one. And Adams with the slam.
Oh, big mistake there. You cannot forget to box out the shooter.
Oh, Ayton in position. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Bain. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Let me hear you get loud for your son.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. And that one's good, Ayton.
Such a tremendous physical profile that Ayton has. He's getting it done down low.
Memphis with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Bain passes to Morant. It's tipped. Brooks kicks to Morant. Dishes it to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Morant. Buries it from three-point range. And the Grizzlies lead by 15.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Grizzlies.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Ja Morant.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Here's Morant. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
And tried to show off just a little bit there, but ultimately didn't work out. You know, he's going to get a few stares from his coaching staff and probably his teammates in the next huddle.
KD passes to Okogie. For 3, Booker drops it in.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
So no problem for Memphis.